Imagine creating something the world has never seen before. Not another copy, not another version, but something completely new. That's what 0 to 1 is all about. Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal and one of Silicon Valley's smartest investors, says going from 0 to 1 means creating new things. Going from 1 to N means copying things that already exist. In simple words, when you build a new restaurant, you're doing 1 to N. But when you invent the concept of restaurants itself, that's 0 to 1. So this book is not about competing in the same race. It's about creating your own track. Thiel starts by asking a simple but powerful question. What important truth do very few people agree with you on? Most people see the future as something uncertain. They just go with the flow. But real innovators create the future they want. He divides progress into two types. Horizontal progress, 1 to N, copying things that already work. Example, China replicating Western industries. Vertical progress, 0 to 1, creating something brand new. Example, building the first personal computer or inventing the internet. Thiel says our world needs more creators, not competitors, because copying leads to overcrowded markets, but innovation leads to monopoly. And monopoly is good if it comes from creating unique value. When Elon Musk started SpaceX, people laughed. Now, he's literally sending rockets to Mars. That's 0 to 1 thinking. Don't just ask, how can I be better than others? Ask, how can I be different from everyone else? If you could solve one problem in the world that no one is solving, what would it be? Remember the dot-com boom of the late 1990s? Everyone thought the internet would make them rich overnight. People were throwing millions at startups with no real product, no profits, just hype. Then, suddenly, boom, the bubble burst. Billions were lost. Startups disappeared overnight. That disaster taught entrepreneurs one of the biggest lessons in startup history. Peter Thiel was there when it all happened. He co-founded PayPal during that crazy time, when investors believed every website was the next big thing. When the crash came in 2000, everything changed. People became scared of being too ambitious. They started believing that bold ideas were dangerous. So the new rule became, don't try to be unique, just copy what works. But Thiel says that was the wrong lesson. The problem wasn't ambition, it was bad thinking. Startups failed not because they tried new things. They failed because they didn't have a plan, a real product, or long-term value. Make incremental progress. Play it safe. Stay lean and flexible. Don't plan too much. Improve on competition. Just make something slightly better. Focus on product, not sales. If it's good, people will come. But Peter Thiel disagrees with them all. He says, you need a bold plan, clear vision, and strong execution. Lean thinking helps you start, but without direction, you go nowhere. PayPal wasn't just another payment system. It was a new way to send money online. They had a plan to grow fast, attract users, and dominate the online transaction space. That's why they survived the crash while others vanished. Playing it safe is often the riskiest thing you can do. If you build something truly valuable, even a crisis can't destroy you. Everyone says don't take big risks. But what if avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all? What do you think? Is it safer to dream small or to dream big? Why do some companies make billions while others barely survive? Why is Google a giant, but thousands of other search engines are gone? Peter Thiel's answer is shocking. He says, all happy companies are different. Each one earns a monopoly by solving a unique problem. But all unhappy companies are the same. They fail because they compete too hard. We're taught since childhood that competition is good. It makes us stronger, smarter, and faster, right? But Thiel says competition is for losers. When you compete, you're just fighting over the same pie. When you create, you bake a new pie. Perfect competition, loser's game. Many players doing the same thing. Price wars, stress, and low profit. Example, restaurants, clothing brands. Same idea, same struggle. Monopoly is winner's game. One company dominates a unique space. No one else can offer the same value. Example, Google and search, Facebook and social networking in their time. A monopoly doesn't mean cheating the system. It means creating something so unique that others can't copy it easily. Think about Google. It doesn't have to worry about small competitors because no one even comes close in search quality. That's why it earns billions every year without lowering prices or fighting rivals. Google didn't win by being a bit better. It won by being completely different. To build a monopoly, your startup needs at least one of these things: proprietary technology, 10x better than anyone else; network effects, the product gets better as more people use it; economies of scale, costs go down as you grow; branding power, people trust and love your product. Combine these and you have something unbeatable. So instead of asking, how can I beat my competitors? Ask, how can I make competition irrelevant? Because when you create something truly new, you don't fight for the market, you create your own. If you could build a monopoly today, what would your one unique idea be? What's something you could make 10x better than anyone else? We grow up believing that competition is everything. From school exams to job interviews, we're taught to beat others to win. But Peter Thiel says something shocking. Competition is an ideology, a trap that stops us from thinking big. In school, we're told to get better grades than our classmates. In business, we're told to copy what's trending and try to do it slightly better. We spend so much time trying to outperform others that we forget to create something original. Thiel says, when you compete too much, you lose focus on what actually matters, creating real value. When you're busy fighting others, you stop innovation, you start imitating, you think short-term instead of long-term. In a competition, there's only one goal: win the race. But what if that race itself doesn't matter? Wars are costly. Even if you win, you lose. That's why the best entrepreneurs don't compete. They escape competition. Look at the airline industry. Hundreds of airlines compete for the same passengers, routes, and prices. Result? Tiny profits, constant stress, and no real innovation. Now look at Google. It doesn't have to worry about small competitors because no one even comes close in search quality. That's why it earns billions every year without lowering prices or fighting rivals. Google didn't win by being a bit better. It won by being completely different. To build a monopoly, your startup needs at least one of these things: proprietary technology, 10x better than anyone else; network effects, the product gets better as more people use it; building a unique brand that everyone loves; and creating the market you want by just being different. Don't waste your life trying to be better than others. Spend your life trying to be different from everyone else, because only when you stop fighting for attention, you start building real impact.
Peter Thiel says, if you can't escape competition, you can't escape mediocrity. So step out of the race, think for yourself, and build something that makes others irrelevant. If competition makes us blind followers, then what's the mindset that helps us see opportunities no one else can see? We'll find out in the next chapter, where Thiel reveals how the power law separates normal startups from truly legendary ones. We've all heard the saying, the early bird gets the worm. But Peter Thiel says in startups, it's not the early bird that wins, it's the one that lasts the longest. Let's understand why. In Silicon Valley, everyone loves being first. First to launch, first to trend, first to get investors. But being first doesn't always mean winning. History proves that the best companies aren't the first movers, they're the last movers. They're the ones that create lasting impact, dominate the market, and stay relevant for decades. MySpace came first, Facebook came later. But who won? Facebook. Why? Because Facebook built something better, smarter, and more scalable. MySpace was first, but Facebook was the last mover, the one that built a lasting monopoly. Yahoo existed long before Google, but Google perfected the search engine model and captured the entire market. Google didn't rush, they waited, learned, innovated, and became the final winner. You must aim not to be the first mover, but the last one, the company that captures long-term value. That means think 10 to 20 years ahead. Build something people will still use in the future. Create a business that can dominate and last, not just trend for a few months. Thiel introduces a key idea here, the power law. It means in startups, one company out of hundreds will produce more value than all the others combined. For investors and founders, this means don't spread your energy across many small things. Focus on the one big idea that can change everything. In short, don't build many things halfway, build one thing all the way. Being first might make noise, but being the last makes history. So don't rush to launch. Take your time to plan, to build something so strong that it stands the test of time. Because temporary fame fades, lasting value stays. If success isn't about being first, but about being lasting, then what exactly makes a startup strong enough to survive for decades? In the next chapter, Peter Thiel reveals the 7 key questions every startup must answer before it can truly change the world. Do you believe success is about luck? Many people think billionaires just got lucky, right place, right time. But Peter Thiel says that's a lie we tell ourselves to feel comfortable. You are not a lottery ticket. Success is never random. After the dot-com crash, people became afraid of making big plans. They started believing the world was too unpredictable, that all you can do is try your luck. But Thiel argues that great founders never think that way. They don't wait for luck, they create certainty with clear vision, planning, and belief. Definite thinkers, people who believe the future can be designed. They plan, act, and build toward a clear goal. Indefinite thinkers, people who believe the future is random. They drift, react, and hope things will just work out. Elon Musk didn't wait for luck to make electric cars popular. He had a clear plan to transform the auto industry. Jeff Bezos didn't stumble into Amazon. He built it step by step with a 10-year vision. These people are definite optimists. They believe the future can be shaped by their own effort. If you believe success is luck, you'll act passively. But if you believe success is design, you'll act decisively. A startup isn't a lottery ticket. It's a plan to shape the future. That's why Thiel hates phrases like, "let's see what happens." He says, no, make things happen. The world doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who decide, dare, and do. So don't live like a gambler hoping for luck. Live like a builder who creates his own destiny. Because luck might start a story, but vision finishes it. If success is not about luck, then how do you plan your way to it? What are the exact questions that separate a great startup from a failed one? That's what Peter Thiel reveals next in Chapter 7, Follow the Money, where he uncovers the 7 critical questions every successful business must answer before it can truly change the world. Have you ever wondered why some startups become billion-dollar empires while others vanish in months? Peter Thiel says it's not luck, it's clarity. Every great startup must answer 7 critical questions before it can truly change the world. Let's uncover these 7 questions, the difference between an ordinary idea and a world-changing one. Thiel explains that success isn't about chasing every opportunity. It's about following the right kind of money, the kind that leads to long-term monopoly power. And to find that kind of opportunity, you must pass 7 key tests. Let's go through them. Can you create breakthrough technology, not just slight improvements? If your product is only 10% better, that's not enough to stand out. It should be 10x better than what already exists. Brain. Example. PayPal made online payments 10x easier than using checks or bank transfers. That's why it dominated. Is now the right time to start this business? Even the best idea can fail if the world isn't ready for it. So timing is everything. Time clock. Example. Online education in 2005? Too early. Online education in 2020? Perfect timing. Are you starting with a small market that you can dominate? Most founders dream of serving everyone.
But Thiel says start small, own it completely, and then expand. Castle. Example. Amazon started with just books, and once it dominated that market, it expanded to everything. Do you have the right team? A company is only as strong as its founders and early employees. They need to share vision, trust, and hunger, not just skills. Bicep. Example. PayPal's early team was full of bold thinkers who later built Tesla, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Can you deliver your product effectively? Even the best idea fails if no one knows about it. Sales and marketing matter a lot. Rocket. Example. Many tech founders ignore sales, thinking the product will sell itself, but in reality, distribution is half the battle. Will your business be around 10 to 20 years from now? Most startups focus on short-term gains, but lasting success comes from long-term vision and defensible advantages, like strong brand, technology, or loyal users. Shield. Example. Google, Amazon, and Apple all built moats that protect them from competition for decades. What's the one truth you know that others don't? Every great company starts by believing something that seems crazy to everyone else, but turns out to be right. Crystal ball. Example. Airbnb believed people would rent their homes to strangers. Everyone laughed at them. Now it's a global travel empire.
So before chasing your startup dream, ask yourself, can your idea pass these 7 questions? If yes, congratulations. You're not just building a company, you're building the future. Even if you have a great idea and a solid plan, there's still one thing that can make or break your startup: the people you build it with. So, how do you choose the right co-founders and build a winning team culture? That's exactly what Peter Thiel explains in the next chapter, The Mechanics of Mafia. Unpales. What do PayPal, Tesla, YouTube, and SpaceX have in common? They were all founded or influenced by the same group of people. That's right, the PayPal Mafia, a small team that went on to change the world one company at a time. Peter calls it a mafia, not because it's dangerous, but because it's loyal, united, and unstoppable. Thiel says most companies fail not because of bad ideas, but because of bad teams. You can have the greatest product in the world, but if your team doesn't share the same mission, values, and trust, it's game over. So, how do you build a team that sticks together through everything? Let's find out down below. Don't hire just for skills. Hire for shared mission. If someone joins your company only for money, they'll leave for more money. But if they join for purpose, they'll fight with you till the end. Every person in your startup should feel like they're part of a secret mission to change the world, Peter Thiel says. Example. PayPal's team worked crazy hours, not because they had to, but because they truly believed they were building the future of money. Thiel says a great startup should feel more like a tribe than a corporation. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone helps everyone. Everyone works towards one clear goal. It's called the company mafia, not in a negative sense, but as a symbol of deep trust and loyalty. In strong teams, everyone knows exactly what they're responsible for. Confusion creates conflict. Clarity creates results. Example. At PayPal, engineers coded, operations scaled, and leaders guided. No overlaps, no ego wars, just focus. Startups aren't about hierarchy. They're about impact. Whether you're the founder or the intern, what matters is what you build together. Thiel's mindset. You're not just working in a company, you're fighting for a cause. That's the power of culture. A small, loyal, passionate team will always beat a big, divided one. Because when your people move like one unit, you don't just build products,
You build history. If the strength of a startup comes from unity, then how do you protect that culture when your company starts to grow and hundreds of new people join in? That's exactly what Peter Thiel reveals next in Chapter 9. If you build it, will they come? Where he explains why great products alone aren't enough and how sales and distribution decide whether your idea changes the world or dies unseen. You've built an amazing product. You've worked day and night. You're sure people will love it. But nobody shows up. What happened? Peter Thiel says, even the best product in the world means nothing if nobody knows about it. Most founders believe that if they build something great, customers will automatically find it. But that's a myth. Thiel reminds us sales and distribution are just as important as technology. You can't just build a rocket, you have to know how to launch it. Thiel says, sales is hidden everywhere, in business, politics, and even daily life. A startup founder is always selling to investors for funding, to employees to join the mission, and to customers to buy the product. So even if you're not a salesperson, you're always in sales. The best selling doesn't look like selling. It's about trust, storytelling, and vision. Example, when Steve Jobs presented the iPhone, he didn't list tech specs. He told a story of how it would change your life. That's the secret. People buy emotions, not just products. Thiel divides distribution into two types. Viral distribution. Product spreads naturally, like Facebook, PayPal. Each user brings more users. Complex sales are used for expensive or technical products, like software, biotech. You need personal relationships, partnerships, or long negotiations. Whatever your product is, know your distribution model from day one. Great marketing isn't just about getting attention, it's about turning that attention into loyalty. Repeat. Example, Dropbox gave free storage when users invited friends. That's smart, scalable distribution, not just advertising. Thiel says, poor sales and distribution can ruin even the best product. Great sales can save even an average one. So if you're building a startup, don't just build it for people to love, build it so they can find it, share it, and trust it. Because success doesn't come from having the best idea. It comes from getting your idea into the hands of the world. If great products and great sales create success, then what's the ultimate goal of all this? Why do we build startups in the first place? For money, fame, or something bigger? In the next chapter, Peter Thiel answers that, in Chapter 10, Man and Machine, where he reveals how the future of startups depends on humans and technology working together, not competing. Will robots take over all our jobs? Will artificial intelligence replace humans completely? That's the question everyone's asking. But Peter Thiel says, relax. The future isn't man versus machine, it's man plus machine. The most powerful companies are built when humans and computers work together, not against each other. In the modern world, people fear technology. We hear stories about automation, AI, and robots replacing workers. But Thiel says this fear is wrong. Technology isn't meant to replace us, it's meant to help us do what we already do, but better. He believes computers are tools. They complement human strengths, not compete with them. Humans have imagination, intuition, and empathy. Machines have speed, accuracy, and memory. Together, they can do things neither could do alone. Example, PayPal didn't use computers to replace people. It used algorithms to detect fraud faster than humans could, while humans made judgments computers couldn't.
That mix built PayPal's success. The real question is, how can we work with AI to create something 10x better? Every business that uses technology to amplify human ability, not replace it, wins big. Example: doctors using AI to analyze scans can detect diseases earlier. AI helps them save lives, not lose their jobs. Example: investors use algorithms to spot patterns, but it's humans who make the final strategic call. Peter Thiel says, "Technology is a force multiplier. It makes your strengths stronger." That's why he believes the future will be shaped by human intelligence, guided by machine power. So don't fear automation, design it. Don't fight technology, use it to win. The world doesn't need more machines or more people. It needs smarter partnerships between the two. The best entrepreneurs of the future won't ask, "How can I beat the machine?" They'll ask, "How can I build with it?" That's how you go from 0 to 1. If technology is our greatest partner, then who will guide it and make sure it's used to build a better future, not destroy it? In the next chapter, Peter Thiel dives deep into this, in Chapter 11, Seeing Green, where he reveals how innovation, business, and the mission to save the planet can work together to create the next generation of world-changing companies. Saving the planet sounds like a great business idea, right? Clean energy, solar power, electric cars. Who wouldn't invest in that? Well, Peter Thiel says most green tech startups failed, and he explains why. In the early 2000s, everyone jumped into clean technology. Billions of dollars were invested. Hundreds of startups promised to save the Earth. But soon, almost all of them collapsed. Why? Thiel says because they ignored basic truths about startups. They had good intentions, but bad strategy. These companies thought that being green was enough. They believed people would support them just because their idea was noble. But Thiel reminds us, customers don't buy because you care about the planet. They buy because your product is better or cheaper. That's the harsh truth. A moral mission can inspire people, but it cannot replace real innovation. Thiel explains that most green tech companies failed because they didn't answer 7 key startup questions. Let's go through them quickly. Engineering question: can you create breakthrough technology, not just small improvements? Many clean techs only copied old ideas with slight changes. Timing question: is now the right time to start your business? Many green startups launched before the market was ready. Monopoly question: are you starting with a big share of a small market? Most tried to enter huge markets and got crushed by competition. People question: do you have the right team? Many had activists or politicians, not skilled technologists. Distribution question: how will you sell your product? Many had no plan to reach customers effectively. Durability question: will your business still work in 10 or 20 years? Most relied on temporary government subsidies. Secret question: have you found a unique truth that others don't see? Sadly, most had no real secret, just hope. Thiel points to Tesla as a rare green tech success story. Why? Because Elon Musk didn't just sell eco-friendly cars, he sold the best cars, fast, stylish, and high performance. Then being green became a bonus, not the main reason to buy. That's Thiel's message. If you want to change the world, don't start with slogans. Start with technology that actually works. The lesson here is powerful. Good intentions don't build great companies. Innovation does.
You can't just want to make the world better. You have to build something that makes it better. That's how true progress happens, not from wishful thinking, but from bold creation. If so many startups fail because they don't see the truth clearly, then how can we predict the future and build what truly matters? In the next chapter, Peter Thiel dives deep into this, in chapter 12, The Founder's Paradox, where he reveals why the most successful founders are often strange, extreme, and different, and why that's exactly what makes them great. They say great founders are different, but what if different is the secret ingredient to changing the world? From Elon Musk's wild dreams of Mars to Steve Jobs' obsession with perfection, these founders don't just think outside the box, they throw the box away. Peter Thiel calls this the founder's paradox. Society tells us to be balanced, normal, and predictable, but great founders, they're anything but normal. Thiel says, founders are extreme, and that's what makes them powerful. They have traits that seem contradictory. They can be humble and arrogant, visionary yet stubborn, calm in chaos but obsessed with control. And somehow, that mix lets them build things no one else can. Thiel believes without founders, no real innovation happens. Big companies play it safe, governments move slow, but founders, they bet everything on a bold vision. Example: Elon Musk risked his entire PayPal fortune to build SpaceX and Tesla. Both almost failed, but he didn't stop. Now he's redefining space travel and electric cars. That's founder energy, the courage to go from 0 to 1. Founders often seem like contradictions. They are dreamers who imagine impossible futures, yet realists who execute with precision. Lone wolves who want control, yet leaders who inspire armies of followers. Most people can't hold both sides, but founders can, and that's their superpower. Society loves founders after they succeed, but doubts them while they're trying. When they're bold, people say they're crazy. When they win, people say they're geniuses. Thiel says, we praise successful founders like gods, but we treat new founders like fools. That's the paradox. The world needs visionaries, but it rarely understands them in time. Peter Thiel ends the book with a clear truth. The single most powerful pattern in history is the role of the founder. Every great leap, from electricity to the internet, started with one person who believed in a secret no one else could see. So if you want to build something truly new, you must be willing to stand apart, to believe in something bigger, and to hold your vision even when the world laughs. Because that's how the future is made, by those brave enough to go from 0 to 1. Roque. So next time someone calls you crazy for dreaming too big, smile. Because maybe, just maybe, you're not crazy. You're just a founder in the making. Strong muscle. If one bold founder can reshape the world, then what's your secret idea? The one no one else sees yet? Maybe that's where your 0 to 1 journey begins. Earth emoji. Every great story starts with one person, one idea, and one moment of courage, like bulb emoji. In 0 to 1, Peter Thiel reminds us the future doesn't happen by luck or chance. It's created by those who dare to build something new. Think about it. The biggest companies in history didn't copy others. They did something nobody else even imagined. Thought bubble, Google didn't make just another search engine. It made search useful. Thought bubble, Facebook didn't make another website. It built connection. Thought bubble, Tesla didn't make another car. It built a revolution.
That's what Thiel means by going from 0 to 1. 0 is the world before your idea. 1 is the world after you build it. Think for yourself. Don't copy, don't compete. Create something unique. Start small then dominate. Win a tiny market before you chase the world. Monopoly is not evil. It's the reward for innovation, not greed. The future belongs to bold founders, the ones crazy enough to think differently. Technology and people together create magic. Man plus machine equals the next big leap. Peter Thiel says, brilliant thinking is rare, but courage is even rarer. You don't need to be a genius to change the world. You just need the courage to believe in your own secret. Maybe you already have that one crazy idea, the one that scares you, the one that excites you, the one that nobody else understands yet. That's your 0 to 1 moment. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop copying what's already been done. Start building something that makes tomorrow different from today. Because the future doesn't belong to the followers. It belongs to the creators, the ones who go from 0 to 1. What's your 0 to 1 idea? What's that one thing you could build today that could change the world tomorrow? Drop it in the comments, because maybe your idea is the next big story the world is waiting for.